Have you ever wondered why quitting feels like an uphill battle? It's a question that has crossed our minds at one point or another, and the answer isn't always as straightforward as we'd like. Quitting, the word itself can seem daunting and full of negative connotations. But what if we change our perspective? What if we saw quitting not as giving up, but as a brave step towards something better? You see, the struggle of quitting often stems from the fact that change is uncomfortable. We are creatures of habit. We find safety in the known, in the predictable, in the routine. Whether it's a habit that's bad for us, an unhealthy relationship, or a job that's draining our joy, we cling to it because it's familiar. It's like an old worn-out sweater that might not look the best or feel the greatest, but it's ours. It's known. But here's the thing about change. It's the only constant in life. It's inevitable and it's necessary, and sometimes it involves quitting. It involves letting go of that old sweater and stepping into the unknown. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncomfortable. And yes, it's a struggle. The struggle of quitting is like standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at the chasm of uncertainty below and deciding to jump anyway. It's like walking through a dark tunnel, not knowing when you'll see the light, but moving forward regardless. It's all too easy to get lost in the struggle, to feel overwhelmed by the fear of the unknown and the discomfort of change. But what if we told you that this struggle, this uphill battle, is more than just a series of obstacles? What if we told you that it's an opportunity for growth? Every step you take up that hill, every time you choose to move forward despite the fear and discomfort, you're building strength. You're developing resilience. You're learning to adapt. You're growing. So yes, quitting is a struggle, it's an uphill battle. But remember, the struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. Quitting isn't a single action, it's a process. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a river, and across the flowing water is the life you aspire to lead. The river represents the habit or behavior you're trying to quit. The stepping stones that will help you cross this river are the stages of the quitting process. Each stone is a crucial step that will bring you closer to your goal. The first stepping stone is recognizing the need for change. It's about acknowledging that the habit or behavior you're indulging in is causing harm, holding you back, or simply not serving you well. This recognition can be a wake-up call, a moment of clarity that illuminates the path ahead. The next stone is making a decision. It's about turning that recognition into a firm commitment. It's about saying to yourself with conviction, I choose to quit. This decision is a powerful declaration of intent, a promise you make to yourself. The third stone is planning. This is where you map out your journey, where you strategize about how you're going to quit. You consider your triggers, you identify your support systems, you visualize your success. Planning provides you with a roadmap to navigate the path of quitting. Then comes the fourth stone, the action. This is where you put your plan into motion. It's where you take that leap of faith and start making changes. It's about perseverance, about pushing through the tough times, about staying committed to your decision. The final stone is maintaining the new behavior. It's about reinforcing the changes you've made, about making your new behavior a part of your identity. It's about celebrating your successes, learning from your setbacks, and always moving forward. Each step is important and builds on the previous one, like stepping stones across a river. Remember, the journey of quitting isn't about avoiding the river. It's about learning to navigate it, one stepping stone at a time. The first step in quitting is recognizing the need for change. This step requires a high level of self-awareness. It's about taking an honest look at yourself and your life and acknowledging what isn't serving you. This isn't about passing judgment or criticism. It's about understanding that you are more than your habits, more than your past, and that you have the power to shape your future. Think about what you want to quit. Is it a habit, a mindset, an unhealthy relationship? Now reflect on why it's important for you to make this change. Is it for your health, your happiness, your peace of mind? Whatever your reason is, hold it close. Let it fuel your resolve. Remember, the need for change doesn't signify failure. It signifies growth. It's a beacon guiding you towards a better version of yourself. Once you know what you want to change and why, you can start planning your path forward. The next steps involve making a decision and planning your course of action. Making a decision is the first step towards reclaiming the control that you may feel you've lost. It's about deciding once and for all that you're ready to make a change. This decision, though seemingly simple, is incredibly powerful. It's a declaration to yourself that you are ready, that you are capable, and that you are in control. It's a promise that you make to yourself, a promise of better days, healthier habits, and a brighter future. But deciding to change is only half the battle. The next step is planning your course of action. This is where you set your goals. But remember, it's crucial that these goals are realistic. If you set the bar too high, you risk setting yourself up for failure. And if you set it too low, you risk selling yourself short. So, aim for that sweet spot, that Goldilocks zone of just right. Identifying potential obstacles is another crucial part of the planning process. Think about the challenges you might face along the way. Maybe it's a stressful situation that triggers your old habits. Maybe it's a certain group of friends who don't support your new path. Whatever it might be, identify these obstacles and prepare strategies to overcome them. Now you might be wondering, how do I prepare strategies? Well, it's all about having a plan B and even a plan C. It's about understanding that the path to change is rarely a straight line. It's often winding, full of twists and turns. But that's okay, because with every obstacle you overcome, you grow stronger. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. There are countless resources out there designed to help people just like you embark on this journey of change. So don't be afraid to reach out. With a solid plan in place, you're ready to take action. Taking action is where the rubber meets the road. This is the part where we move from planning to doing, from contemplation to action. It's often where we encounter the most resistance, but it's also where the most transformative growth occurs. Taking consistent action isn't always easy. It's like climbing a mountain where the higher you go, the steeper it gets. But remember, the view from the top is worth every challenging step. Consistency is key here. You don't have to make giant leaps every day. Sometimes the smallest steps can lead to the most profound changes. It's important to understand that setbacks and obstacles are part of the process. They're not signs of failure, but opportunities for learning and growth. When you stumble, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Resilience isn't about never falling, but about getting up each time we fall. Maintaining new behavior is the final step of this journey. It's where we solidify the changes we've made and integrate them into our lives. This is not a one-off event, but an ongoing commitment. It's like tending to a garden. You don't just plant the seeds and walk away. You have to water them, provide them with sunlight, and protect them from pests. Similarly, your new behaviors need nurturing, patience, and care. Remember, change is a process, not an event. It takes time, effort, and patience. It's not about reaching a destination, but about embarking on a journey. The path may be long and winding, but every step you take brings you closer to your goal. So embrace the journey, celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Learn from your setbacks and use them as stepping stones to success. Keep moving forward even when the road gets tough. You have the power to change your life, one step at a time. You're not just a passenger in your life's journey, you're the driver. So grab the steering wheel, press on the gas, and steer your life in the direction you want it to go. Let's wrap up our journey through the process of quitting. We started with recognizing the struggle that comes with quitting. It's tough, yes, but it's the first step to a better, healthier you. We then dived into understanding this process, the highs and the lows, and the importance of acknowledging each phase. We moved on to realizing the need for change. It's about accepting that there's something in your life that needs to be altered for the better. This led us to making a decision and planning. It's about taking control, setting achievable goals, and making a commitment to yourself. Finally, we discussed taking action and maintaining new behavior. It's about implementing your plans, staying consistent, and celebrating your victories, no matter how small they may seem. Remember, quitting isn't about giving up, it's about moving forward. You have the strength, and you are not alone in this journey.